Hello, guys. Hello, good afternoon, good evening. Today's topic is, modal verbs. We are going to focus on grammar today. Some aspects of grammar, yes, a little bit. So, the objective for today, it is only one. It is to analyze some modal verbs from the basic to the advanced ones, okay? Now, so here we have some of the modal verbs that you can find on the internet, on books, etc., etc. You have the modal verbs can, could, may, might, must, ought to, shall, should, will, would. We have more, yes, but let's focus on these ones, okay? For example, when we talk about can, we talk about ability or request, all right? One example of can could be, for ability, I can speak three languages. So that can be an ability, you see? Or maybe I can run fast. That could be an ability. Could is also for abilities, but usually in the past. Past ability. Also for suggestion, future possibility. May and might, as you can see here, it's for possibility. But what is the difference here? It says may for permission or future possibility, as well as might, in this case for present or future possibility. So they have almost the same use, future possibility, future possibility. Must, necessity or obligation. Yeah, you must study, for example. You must pay attention. You see? O2, what's right or incorrect? O2 is similar to should that we're gonna see today. Shall, it's for offer or suggestion, you see? Should, advice, a piece of advice, a recommendation, or uncertain prediction. Yep. Will is for willingness, certain prediction, or promise, you see? And finally, would is for request, invitation, or making arrangements. Okay? Okay, again, can, could, may, might, must, ought to, shall, should, will, and would. We have more? Yes. Let's see. Now, modal verbs and modal-like forms. For the number one class, we have for advice and recommendation. Here we have four examples, and they have different modal verbs. Like the first one is, you'd better change your habits. What is this? You'd better is you had better. So this is the contraction for you had, and they say you better. And after this expression, we use the simple verb, as you can see, like change. We don't say changing, no. We don't say change, no. Just change, simple form. And the second modal verb is must. You must try this relaxation app. You must. Again, the following verb is simple. Try. You really ought to lose weight. You really ought to lose weight. Yeah, ought to is similar to should. Well, basically for recommendation. That's why you should go on a diet. You should go on a diet. So these are for recommendation, pieces of advice. Sorry, had better, must, ought to, should. Now here we have a little bit more of this, okay? Like had better, is used for urgent advice or warnings. It implies that something bad or negative will happen if the action is not taken. Let me give you an example. Like, for example, you'd better go now, or otherwise you will miss the train. Again, you'd better go now or leave now. Otherwise, you will miss the train. Something negative will happen if you don't do this, okay? This is the use of had better. Must. Used for strict obligation, rules, or strong necessities. It indicates that doing the action is an absolute requirement. Like, you must do it. For example, mother always say, okay, like mothers always say, like, you must do your homework, you must clean your room. It's a must. It's an obligation, we can say. How to use for recommendations or moral duties. It means something is the right or proper thing to do. Should, recommendation. Now, while should and ought to are mostly interchangeable when offering advice, because they offer advice, or stating expectations, they differ slightly in formality, strength of obligation, and grammar. But it says a little bit, yes? But both, you can use both for recommendation. That is the point. Uh-huh. Let's continue with the second part for ability and willingness. For that, we can use manage to and be prepared to. Yeah. So I managed to lose 10 kilograms last year. I managed to. As you can see here, after that, we need an infinitive verb like to lose. Yes. And I'm prepared to try the new diet. Again, here, after prepare, we have an infinitive, which is to try the new diet. Yeah. But what do you really mean? Let's see. The main difference is that manage to, pay attention, manage to describes successfully completing a difficult task or overcoming a specific obstacle in the past. Yes, as you can see, I managed to lose 10 kilograms last year. That means that you successfully completed that. Yeah, that was your task. What was your task? To lose 10 kilograms, and you did it. You overcame that challenge. In contrast, be prepared to, am prepared to in this case, means being equipped mentally or physically ready and having a plan in place for a future or outgoing situation. It's something that is going to happen. I'm prepared to do this. I'm prepared to try the new diet. It doesn't mean that you did it. No, it means that you are going to do it. That's why you are prepared. For example, I can say I'm prepared to take the exam. Future. It's something near. I'm mentally ready for doing that. Yes. Let's see. Also, we have three, possibility and speculation. Yeah, possibility and speculation. Like this. How long is the pain likely to last? The symptoms should clear up soon. This may help your recovery. You have be likely to, should, and may. You may remember that may is used for possibility. Yeah. Oh, here you should also for possibility. Depends on the context. Should is not always with recommendation or advice. You see? These terms express varying degree or probability and speculations in English. They rank from the most likely to the to least likely. This is like a probability, a possibility, right? Highly probable, be likely to. Should is expected. In this case, and may is a possibility, is possible. And also we can use might, but might is a remote possibility. Yeah, it is like this. Here we have a more explanation that we can read. And also we have examples. Again, be likely to means something is probable. It is used when the chances of an event happening are greater than 50%. Like, it is likely to rain today. There is a strong chance it will. It is likely to. It is possible, right, to rain today. Should, in this case, means something is expected or logically anticipated. It indicates that everything is in a place for the event to happen, assuming no interruptions. Like the package should arrive by Tuesday. It is scheduled to arrive bearing any delays. Yeah, that's something that you expected. Mhm. May and might. I'm adding this new one. May. May means something is a real possibility. The speaker admits that it is a 50-50 chance or that they simply lack enough information to be certain. Yeah, that's a real possibility. We may go out for dinner tonight. That it is a definite possibility, but not confirmed. It's a possibility, real possibility. And in the case of might, that means remote or a slight possibility. That's a remote possibility. It implies a lower probability that may, yeah. If we compare the probability between may and might, mine is remote, yeah. The speaker is just admitting that something is technically possible, but they don't expect it to happen. Like, I might buy a lottery ticket. That is possible, but highly unlikely. It is maybe it happens, maybe it won't happen. Yeah. So that is. Now, what do we use here for obligation and necessity? For obligation, necessity, we can use need to and is meant to. There is a difference? Yeah. You need to take this pill with water. That's a necessity, obviously. The pharmacist is meant to give you advice. Now, what is the difference between need to and is meant to? These two English phrases differ completely in meaning. Need to expresses obligation or necessity, while be meant to is meant to implies a purpose, design, or destiny. Or we also can say that here we have more explanation about meant to. That is something supposed that it was supposed to happen. But let's see. Let's check it in the chat in the chart. This that the difference between need to and be meant to. What is need to? We already said. The meaning is it is required or necessary to do something. You have no choice or it is a requirement to achieve a goal. The equivalent for need to, we can use have to or must. That is an equivalent, right? I need to submit my report before soon. That's a necessity. To submit my report. Well, here is very, very, very interesting. The phrase, well, we can say the model be meant to is something has a destiny, something has a destined purpose, or there is an intention behind its design. Like, listen up, be meant to is equivalent to supposed to in terms of purpose, designed to or destined to, okay, like this one. In this case of the purpose, this software is meant to help you organize your task. It is similar to say that this software is supposed to help you. Yeah, supposed to. And if we talk about destiny, they felt they were meant to be together. So it's similar. As you can see, it's like they felt they were supposed to be together. I mean, destiny. If we go back here, the pharmacist is meant to give you advice. It's like the pharmacist is supposed to give you advice. So now we can see it's okay. Now, oh, look, maybe this is something new, or maybe it is not new, but there are two negative forms of need to. Normally we say doesn't need to, don't need to. I need help. No, no, no. I don't need help. She needs help. She doesn't need help. Yeah. Oh, I need to go. I don't need to go. Normally, that is okay. However, some people say needed. Needed. Okay. Needed is negative. It's possible to use. Okay, so but both are used to immediate necessity, but we don't use needed for general necessity, okay? Like here we have two examples. You can say he doesn't need to go to the hospital, or he needn't go to the hospital. So both are okay, but as you can say, as you can see, sorry, this is quite we can say informal, but most of the time people use this form using the auxiliary don't and doesn't, like don't need to, doesn't need to, no, but this is quite weird, we can say, but it's possible. You don't need to pay for medical care in this country, no, like you don't need to, it's not necessary, you see. Okay, so we're going to divide this video into parts. The second part is about we can say the advanced forms, because we usually, well, we also can combine the modal verbs with the following patterns, like continuous, perfect with the perfect continuous, okay? But this is going to be in the second part of the video.